Good morning, everybody. Yeah, the mic's on now. Hey, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first ever Tech for Good Social Innovation Summit here at CES. My name is Nate Tibbits, and I work at Qualcomm, and I'm going to talk just a couple minutes about what we do at Qualcomm and about social innovation. As you guys know, hundreds of thousands of people have flown in here to come to CES to witness the transformative power of technology. And we're all here today to talk about how to leverage that technology for social impact. I'm really excited about what's to come here today. For those of you who might not be familiar with Qualcomm, we're a leader in next-generation mobile technology. For over 30 years, we have been working on the evolution of wireless technology. Our goal is to connect people more closely, and really, our number one job is to make sure that we're connecting you all to each other. Essentially, we put the smart in your smartphone, if you want a very shorthand for what Qualcomm does. We pioneered 3G and 4G, and we're on the way to 5G. And since you guys are here at CES, I don't need to explain a lot about that. We demonstrated the first 5G working modem a couple months ago. And for people who really don't know Qualcomm, I like to rely on others. Tom Friedman wrote about us in his last book, and he said Qualcomm is the most important company you've never heard of. So I'm here to change that a little bit today. We really believe that in an increasingly interconnected world that we can help address some of the fundamental issues described by the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Some of the things that we focus on indirectly are how to work on poverty, hunger, inclusivity, and opportunity. But I'd like to take just a moment and give you a slightly more personal introduction and tell you why I work for Qualcomm. I grew up in a little country called Lesotho, which is one of the poorest countries in Africa. I moved to Washington, D.C. As a young adult and worked on democracy promotion around the world and how to improve civil society. I had a great opportunity to work at the Discovery Channel and focus on their international education business, which was a real privilege. And then later, I had the chance to work in President Obama's National Security Council. Why do I tell you all this? To tell you why I believe in the transformative power of mobile. Our founder, Dr. Irwin Jacobs, had an audacious vision 30 years ago. He thought everyone in the world should have a telephone number. Now, I know that doesn't seem quite as crazy today, but it was pretty crazy back then. Today, there are many people who don't have secure access to water or to electricity, but many of those people have mobile phones. Jeff Sachs, the noted development economist from Columbia University, said that mobile was the greatest tool for poverty alleviation ever invented. And that's why I work at Qualcomm today. And that's what thousands of talented engineers at Qualcomm partner together to work on. So we have a venture called Wireless Reach, and I'm going to show you a video in just a couple minutes that highlights some of what comes out of that program. It's really designed to help demonstrate the value of mobile in people's lives. Our projects focus on entrepreneurship, the environment, education, public health, and public safety. And over 12 years, we've funded about 100 projects in nearly 50 countries that have had an impact on 13 million people's lives. We have, for example, helped fishermen in India use data to enhance safety and opportunity via custom apps that provide information about market prices and weather conditions. We have focused on remote maternal health care monitoring in Morocco, for example, in very rural Morocco. And we've also used drones to enhance crop yields in Brazil. And those are just some of the examples, and you'll see a little more tangible picture of that shortly. But really, this is the transformative power of technology. Through Wireless Reach, we're demonstrating new and innovative ways to help address the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. In particular, we're focused on Goal 9, which is to build resilient infrastructure that promotes sustainable industrialization and fosters innovation. So over the last year, we've been filming a documentary that highlights the potential of mobile technology. And I'm really happy to share with you guys a bit of a rough cut trailer, but it is the global premiere. of the rough cut trailer. So with that, I hope the guys in the back who make all this magic happen can roll the video.
5 billion individuals have access to some sort of mobile phone.
If we're talking about the underserved population in the world, computers are a distant dream, but the mobile phone is an immediate reality.
Curso de los más pobres, pero el mar ha sido algo que nos han quitado.
Bueno, la pesca ha venido cambiando simultáneamente con la cuestión del cambio climático.
Antes de salir, yo averiguo en la tableta si no va a haber mal tiempo. Estábamos un poco mal asustados.
Nung dumating yung Yolanda, halos wala kaming masilungan, walang makain, takot na takot kaming lahat.
This typhoon was the most powerful ever to make landfall. The number of those feared dead begins at 10,000. The UN estimates 600,000 people have been displaced by this disaster.
Tapos nung nasa loob na kami, lahat ng bahay sa likod nagiba na, kasama yung sa amin.
The entire supply chain in that island was destroyed.
Whether these are natural or man-made, we've gone through a lot of difficulties. Technology is always the great enabler and the great equalizer.
माटी चुलरे है ना किंतु आमर छुआ पिला किछि माटी चुलरे टिके असुविधा पाउथनु आउ धुआ कोन खराब करूची सेथि में इंजीनियर माने चुल्ली बाहर कले पुणी चुल्ली आनी कि देले हम रोसे करलो
In 2015, world leaders met here in New York at the United Nations and agreed what became known as the Sustainable Development Goals. SDG 9 is recognition of the importance of connectivity, technology and innovation. This is the future that we can all work towards. A world with prosperity for all people, the environment is safe and protected, and we can achieve it if we commit to doing it along these goals.
Very simple. Mobile, broadband, cloud means I can reach farther, faster, deeper, cheaper in and around the world than ever before.
So with thanks to our fearless leader on this effort, Michelle Martin, who's here in the crowd with me, I hope your interest is piqued and that you check out thepowerof9film.com. For more information, this will be coming out later this spring. We want to know how you're going to leverage our technology and innovation to create social change. And I'm really looking forward to hearing more of that from all of you today. And to kick things off, we're going to start with one of the organizers of CES. So please give a warm welcome to CTA's SVP for Communications and Strategic Partnerships, Jeff Joseph. Jeff? Thanks, man.